Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, March 16th, 2017, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, we made some money today, but it was kind of bittersweet. I will explain that in a second. Let's just look at the Dow first of all. The Dow, think I don't know if I called it yesterday. Anyway, it started up. It started out really strong this morning, and it was kind of interesting. This spike here, the very top of this spike was 21,000. It did not go to 21,001. It went to 21,000 and then immediately backed off. It's a little ominous as far as I'm concerned. I do not want to see 21,000 become a ceiling like 20,000 was. I recall back when the stocks were trying to go through 20,000. It's like it bounced its head off that ceiling several times. Took several weeks to finally penetrate it, and I do not. And we did not do well in that time period. And I do not want to see 21,000 forming a ceiling, but it acted like a ceiling today. As I say, it did not go to 21,001. It hit 21,000 and backed off. Uh, we had $6,000 or so in open trade equity yesterday, and we got out with about 8,000 closed out. So on the face of a thing, that sounds good. It wasn't good. This our stocks opened up, and I put a screenshot on the website at 17,000. Yeah, 17,000, and then it's just all the sellers, profit takers come in. By the time we get out, which wasn't very long after the open, it's $8,000. We basically saw $9,000 just wilt in a matter of minutes. And I hate this. I just absolutely hate this. Uh, I am used to having at least once a month like a $20,000, $30,000 day. And we haven't had one of those days in a long time. And when I saw $17,000 on the board this morning, I thought, ha ha, here it comes. The new portfolio's working up. We're going to clean up today. And even though we made money, we did not clean up the way I would have expected from a portfolio that opens up at 17,000. But anyway, I'm sorry for my little personal bitch session here, but I'm getting tired of this. These markets, they like got gremlins running around. We don't see stocks open up high and then move higher. They just like if they open up high, the profit takers jump in. So this is a little bit discouraging. Nevertheless, we did close out $8,000 here. I'll show you. Okay, I gotta show you the other gremlin in the market today. This didn't cause me any problems, but it did cause my customers problems, and I feel very bad about it because there's people out there trading that just don't have the experience I have. This is Degas inverse natural gas, and if you just look at the chart here, it appears that it went from about $5 here and opens up over $25 up here. And if you haven't done a lot of stock trading, maybe you think, well, something big happened. This thing just jumped up that high. No, stocks never are going to jump from $5 to $25, folks. When you see that, it is in a reverse split. And in this case, I can't find any information on this, but I can eyeball and tell you it looks like it's a 5-to-1 reverse split, or maybe a 1-to-5 reverse. I don't. Anyway, the stock prices jump 5 times, and the number of stocks you're holding, if you're holding stocks down here, they're going to be cut by. They're going to be cut to 1/5 the former size. Now, we had one of these things in Stone Energy just a few weeks ago, and unfortunately, we were already in it when the split took place. So we saw our positions got, and by the time I got out, I'd lost quite a bit of money on that. Unfortunately, on this, we don't get in right on the open. So I saw this. I knew right away what it was. It was a reverse split. And the rule is, folks, if you're trading, I don't care, there's no system trade for a reverse split. System can't calculate a split, and neither can the platforms we trade. TradeStation, whether it's this TradeStation Pro Suite that I'm using or TradeStation 9.5, the latest and greatest, they don't know what to do with a split. So the rule is, if there's a reverse split, the rule is just get out immediately, and if you're not in, don't get into it. And that's what I did. I just didn't get into it, so I didn't lose any money. But some of my customers who weren't, understandably, if you haven't seen anything like this, they actually got into this thing and ended up costing them some money. It becomes a day of entry stop with a fairly loss. If I had traded this like the computer trades it, and that's not right, it's not the right system, I would have lost about $6,000 on this thing. So, but I didn't touch it. I didn't go anywhere near it. Anyway, so that was the other gremlin running around our portfolio today. We got some good trades. I'll show you a couple of them here. This is Infinity Pharmaceuticals. We had bought this yesterday. Looks about the second hour. Actually closed against it, but really rallied very strong here. And this was a case where our waiting, I'll complain about our waiting, but our waiting actually made us money. We ended up getting pretty close out there at the high, and we took $3,000 out of Infinity Pharmaceuticals. And then, of course, that is a new stock. And then one of our other new stocks did really well, too. This is Cara Pharmaceuticals, CARA, and we had bought this also about the second hour. It closed very nicely in our favor yesterday, but it jumped up even more this morning. Did pull back a little, but we're still getting out a lot higher than where it closed yesterday, and we took $3.5 thousand, $3,500 out of Cara Pharmaceuticals, so that was real good. Anyway, frustrating but profitable day. This is Trader Bob signing off. I will see you tomorrow on Friday.